This is Jocie
and Blake,
and welcome to Savagely Scaled.
In this episode, we're breaking down something every CrossFitter thinks they have dialed in, but probably doesn't, which is hydration.
I'm already thirsty.
Right? We're talking about water, electrolytes, maybe supplements, and why being even slightly dehydrated can wreck your workouts, recovery, and overall performance. So whether you're a 5 a.m. class athlete, a barbell club junkie like some of us, or chasing PRs and competitions, this episode is just up your alley, guys.
Yep, we need it.
Yay. So let's get into the water. I mean, the episode.
Splash.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We know that CrossFit demands intensity, right? We have heavy lifts, we have fast metcons, long conditioning pieces, and lots of sweat. Jocie can contest to that this morning. Not the sweat, the long workout. I did not segue that great at all.
We like, know
Jocie's the queen of segues.
I could sweat though.
I'm not. We both are.
Oh man, not like Coach Dave. No, we love you, Coach Dave.
But when you're dehydrated, I'm going to go into some things. Your strength output drops, your endurance suffers, your heart rate increases, recovery slows down, and cramping risk goes way up. So if like you've ever found that in a workout and you're like, oh, this is happening, it could be early signs of dehydration. Right? So even 1 to 2% dehydration can negatively impact performance. If you're sweating buckets and only replacing it with plain water, you may still be underfueled. Hydration isn't just about water, it's about balance, right? Because those are electrolytes that are just coming out. So we have to balance it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
So the rules of electrolytes.
Yeah, I think you touched up on a lot of that stuff. I feel like something that came to mind was this morning, because I did have a really difficult workout and I did feel a lot of these symptoms that we're kind of talking about right now. Especially decreased performance is something that, I mean, you just drastically, significantly feel it in the moment. Like that's gonna, that's a big one. But then things like increased heart rate, you're kind of like, oh, well, maybe it's just the workout. Or, something that comes up is like cramps. Right. And that's another like side effect of an electrolyte imbalance, fluid loss, things like that. Your blood is pumping much harder just to get you going. All of these things I feel like are very easy to overlook. And also like is something that like Blake mentioned is very important to kind of highlight and look into, because a lot of us just kind of oversee dehydration as like, not a big deal. Lips are chapped, haven't really been drinking. And I am guilty of this because personally, I tend to not drink a lot of water right after my workout. During, I'm doing pretty good. Before, I do pretty well. But after is like a big peak point when you want to kind of pay attention to it as well. And I feel like that's where a lot of my dehydration comes from.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot of us coaches like, oh, after that hard workout, please drink tons and tons of water. Even like our hero workouts will tell you guys like, make sure you drink lots of water. When we have you guys on 101s, like Dave, the biggest thing is don't forget your water after this because this is new to you. So yeah, it is. And especially in Arizona heat.
Yeah.
And then sometimes in winter, people forget because it's so dry.
Yep.
It's really bad. I actually suffered from dehydration and still at times do, just in my body, because I sweat so much. So my electrolytes are my water. So I'm actually one of those who I carry around the hydro jug. I can drink like 3 of those a day.
Oh man, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And so like I drink a lot of water. So the one time that I had to do like a water fast or whatever for the weightlifting, it was one day that I had to drink like 32 ounces. I was like, that's all I get.
That's like 4 cups.
Some people are like, oh, that's fine. And I was like, that's like nothing. Yeah. It's like the desert. But yeah, like a fun fact about Blake, like I used to suffer from dehydration and would pass out. I had it when I was 3. I had an episode when I was 6.
No way.
And like by the time I was like in middle school, not high school, middle school, like I understood like I had to drink tons of water. So I had it at 3, 6, 12. I had an episode in Havasu. Because I wasn't drinking enough water, and my aunt gave me oil to put on my body. So my mom wasn't there at the time, and I'm very big into sunscreen because I will sunburn. And especially when you go to Havasu, guys, and
so
we did at that time, we went in July and it was like 100 and
it's
crazy. 10. And so she's like, this is all we have for sun. And it was oil because I'm the only one in my family who doesn't tan. And I just remember putting it and I could just feel the intensity of the sun on me.
Oh my God.
And I think that was the year that I finally realized like what the beginning onsets were, because when I was younger, it would be all of a sudden I'd felt really weird. And then it would be like I'm looking into a tunnel and then like very like muffle voices when people would talk to me, and it'd be like, I can't walk. I can't really see. I'm walking in a tunnel that's closing. And then I would pass out. So I remember for that one, I put a life jacket on and I jumped into the water. Because if I'm going to pass out and I don't have a life jacket,
I'm going to cool the body down.
So by the time that happened, my mom was like, put on the life jacket, jump in the water, because she had met us up at the gas station. And we had the boat at the gas station. That the gas station was in the water in Havasu for the boat. But so by the time middle school, I didn't really have any because my mom was like more on top of it, except for when I was 12. Like each time I had it, she was like trying to train me to be more on top of drinking water. Gatorade was really big back then to hold in. A lot of people were like, you need to add salt to your water because you're not keeping your water in. Because I would sweat. Like a lot of people, when they work out, they're like
we were
so
in sports
nice
back in the day too. So
yeah, but like when people work out, they look so nice. Like, and then me, I'm just like drenched in sweat
with like the salty white stuff on there, like your sideburns,
and they're just like, okay, we've just been warming up. It happens.
Yeah.
The last episode I had, I was actually in college, and I was taking my self-defense class, and then I was walking out with a friend, and I just remember like we were walking down a corridor and it just hit me, and I just looked to her, and I was by a wall, and I said, I'm about to pass out. And she goes, as soon as you said that you passed out and you went down the wall, I was like, I know to keep myself somewhere safe or how to like help myself. But it was like, I was like, oh, I didn't drink anything. And I just worked out. And the whole day, and that class was at night. So like dehydration, when I was in cheer, it almost happened to me one other time in cheer. And then I had to get an IV.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, like, and then my mom would be like, did you drink any of the water that I gave you? Did you do this that I did? And it was like, no, I didn't. Because it also sucks. It may be so simple, but when you're like that, the only person who has to deal with this stuff, it sucks. And nowadays, now that I'm a part of this community, that's like, no, electrolytes added to your water is good. No, drinking tons of water is good. No, nutrition that helps you with hydration is good. I don't have,
Right.
Yeah, I haven't had an episode
since then.
Yeah, since college.
That's crazy. You've had a few then.
So like sometimes like I watch out for my kids to see if it's like genetics or hereditary, because like both of them sweat, but Weston, my son, like gets like me very flushed, very sweaty. So I try to hydrate them more and just be like, hey, before you have that, you need to have a whole glass of water. Okay, after that, you need to have a whole glass of water.
That's
and then
smart.
when we go on the boat, like,
yeah, that's
even my mom's like, she says the hydration station, and she'll put it on a floaty and send it to them.
That's cute.
And then be like, send it back to Grandmoose for my
Empty.
sip.
Yeah.
And then they'll go back and forth and drink like 2 or 3 bottles.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's a smart way of doing it. See, that's another thing that I don't really think of, like when you're on the boat all day and you're swimming and then the heat, like that's something that gets me so bad every time. Like
because you think you're in the water and you're cooled down, and you don't really drink water while you're in the water. And
yeah, that kills me. That knocks me out.
And I do all the time. Like if I'm in the water, I'm not really drinking, but every time I would get out, I would drink a whole water bottle or something.
Dude, and then not to mention alcohol. If you drink alcohol on top of being like under heat and stuff, like that makes it even worse. You get even more dehydrated.
Yeah. And I think like the biggest thing, like being out on the river, like growing up on it and stuff like that, I just saw like family members, or we would go during 4th of July too, and we'd go during off season, but seeing everybody drunk in the heat. And I think because I had already had those dehydration episodes, I was like, that's not going to be fun for me.
No.
So I never like got into that. But my mom and my aunt and everybody had a rule. They're like, once you become age of drinking and you're on the boat with us, it is, if you have a drink, it is 2
Water
16
bottles to
ounces.
drink?
Yep.
Yeah.
To 1. And depending on the alcohol that they had, they'd be like, no, it's 3. You know, it just, or how hot it was going to be that day. They're like, that's the rule. You have to do it. Like, we have to do it. Like, it cannot be that unsafe. And of course, whoever was driving the boat wasn't allowed to drink at all. Like, we are those are the rules, because there's been too many people that we've seen like completely pass out, had to call, you know, and things like that, because people party too hard and don't realize like
Havasu especially.
that Havasu sun can just,
Damn. So it sounds like your family was always big on hydration, kind of your mom.
Yeah,
especially.
I think especially because she never had those issues. Yeah. And the doctor was like, yeah, she has really big issues with like dehydration back then. And because I would just sweat everything out, and they'd be like, hey, add salt to water, or add these electrolytes or things like that. So
yeah, another thing that comes to mind is like swimming, and how you're just swimming, but you can't tell you're sweating. And that's another thing that makes me think like that must be hard to read. Or when you're in the sauna.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten some, spinnies sometimes when I'm in there, and I'm like, oh, I need to get out. That's another one that I feel like we tend to underestimate the impact of.
It is. So, and you just don't think it, and you're just
or
like,
massages, right? That's another one they tell us about.
Yeah. Every massage I've ever had, they're like, hey, drink water.
Drink water.
Yep.
That's crazy. So we get dehydrated constantly in so many things, and things that we don't even think about. And yeah. But I think on another flip side, on the other side, I don't know if you have anything else to add about dehydration, but I was going to talk about overhydration.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. I'm like, because I know there's people that are very on point with it, but then I'm also like, obviously, anything that's excessive is going to be.
I've been called out by like
really
that for Amanda, where she's like, "Hey, let's not go too much on the water." But I remember another diet fad back in the day was drinking like. Do you remember those gallon water bottles that you can buy?
Yeah, with the lines on it or whatever.
Well, not that, just like a plain gallon, like you know, like a gallon of milk.
Yeah,
they sell the water bottles, waters like that. Oh, like a gallon of water down the water thing. Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't even.
There's Ashley Summers, who passed away in 2023 after drinking too much water too quickly at a family outing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, one was 28, one was 20, one was 35. Drinking too much water too quickly overwhelms your kidney, dilutes sodium in your blood, and it just... There was another one, though, I thought in the 90s that it was like that, because there was...
Yeah, it's the hyponatremia. And that's exactly... I think that's what it's called. Where your like concentration of sodium is like abnormally low.
Yep, cause fatal swelling of the brain.
That's crazy. Yeah, it just dilutes you so much to the point where it's just unhealthy.
Yeah. Oh, what is that
That's
drug
wild.
that they say that causes really bad dehydration? Ecstasy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
I would
never had that. Yeah. I would
never know that.
I took a drug and alcohol class in college, and it showed the brain of people who are on ecstasy. This first time they tripped on ecstasy to the last, and the first time you take ecstasy, it already causes holes in your brain.
That's insane.
So when that happened, I went, oh no, I'm already
I already have a few holes in there.
I don't want that to happen. Yeah.
That's wild.
So it is. It's like drinking water too fast or drinking too much of it, you know.
Wow.
But that is when I was like, yeah, I remember that. But it was like there's really big there was diets back in the day, because my mom even says that. She's like, oh, just drink tons of water and you'll lose a pound. So they had it back in the day. If you drink tons of water, you just keep losing weight. We believed in some
crazy stuff back in the 90s.
Gosh, yes.
We were on some crazy kicks.
Yes.
I remember how big power bars and like power like milkshakes were in, and like it was wild. We lived in that whole time. We really did.
We all survived.
Yeah, I mean, luckily we're making it work, you know, but
realizing that that's the quick answer is not the right answer, especially for your nutrition health and your hydration health. It's not.
But that's funny. I'm like, overhydration leads to a lot of like the similar symptoms I was looking at it right now, like headaches, confusion, nausea, vomiting. seizures in severe cases, comas, and even death.
Yeah, because it over stimulates your body, while dehydration, takes away from your body.
That's wild. Yeah, I didn't realize how important sodium is.
Yeah, because it helps retain. So that's like the roles of the electrolytes, right? Are the minerals that they help your body function.
Right.
That's
nerve signals, muscle contractions.
Especially during like our workouts. They're really doing their jobs. So like sodium, that helps retain fluids and prevents cramping. That's why a lot of people would be like, hey, if she's having this, put salt in her water, because I wouldn't be sweating as much. And that's why when you look at some of these things, you see sodium are in some of these drinks, and it's to help with the not sweating as much. Yeah, it's retaining water, They that's why when people are like, I'm retaining water, I need to drink more water.
I have heard that.
I've eaten too much sodium, I'm retaining water, and they hit their gut.
Yeah, no, I know what you're I have heard that a few times.
Yeah.
I have. Interesting.
Yeah, so that really helps. Potassium is another big one for it. It supports your muscle contractions. It's really big with hearts. Like if you're over or under, that messes with your heart. Big time. You have magnesium, which aids to recovery and that muscle relaxation. A big one for recovery, and calcium, which is essential for your muscle firing.
Interesting.
So a lot of these are helping with your muscles, your recovery, your circulatory system. It's just what your body needs. And when you have too low or too much, our body wants just the right amount. And that's why, like, when you get your blood work done and things like that, and they're like, this is what is it, like the template of what some of these electrolytes should be in. And they're like, this is a spot that is good from this range to this range. It shows it in ranges, and it gives you the specific range for normal amount of whatever in your blood, and it gives you the lower, the high. But yeah, like when you go into like the medical field or things like that, and you figure it out, and you're like, oh, if it's low, this is what's going on. These are the signs. If it's high, this is what's going on, and these are the signs. But yeah, your body wants to be in the special range. Otherwise, it's going back and forth into different things.
Interesting.
So, training hard, sweating a lot, or training in the heat, like water alone isn't just going to be enough.
Right. Because when you sweat, it's not just water. Like you said, it's also like
it's
electrolytes.
Dilute a lot of you're sweating out your electrolytes.
So the longer the workout too, the more sweat and the more you need to replenish that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it says like you can lose up to 1 to 2.5 liters of fluid per hour of intense exercise. That's wild. That's insane. So I guess the age-old question is, how much water should we be drinking?
It's so like back and forth. Like it used to be like what, eight glasses,
8 cups of water. I think they said.
And like nobody really knows like what their glass is. Like if you have something that weighs, like go take your cup, weigh it, zero it out, put water in it, and see how much water is your cup holds. Like a lot of people are like, oh, like if I drink 8 of those are 8 ounces. I'm like, is it? Is it 7 because you got special cups? Is it 4?
That's a good point.
I do my taller cups, but I also have like my hydro jug that has the ounces on the side of it.
I like that. Yeah.
To tell me like how much, or I'm like, oh, this has a 32 ounce cup. I'm going to drink one of these in the morning. I know Amanda does a really good trick that I do like as well. I don't know if she drinks 16 ounces or 32 ounces. I'm going to have to rethink that. But she drinks either 16 ounces or 32 ounces before she drinks her coffee in the morning.
That's a good amount
So
of water.
I try to do 16 ounces in the morning.
I can't do that much in the morning before my coffee or my breakfast. It's a lot.
So like,
at least for me, it feels like a lot. Maybe 2 cups, but
Yeah, or you can start with like 8 ounces, just a cup before anything.
I can do that.
And that also helps with like your circulatory. It helps with your bowels.
It, right?
It helps with a lot of things in that department. I like it because for like this year, it's just been like, oh, once I drink this, I get my coffee. You know, like I loved games when I was younger. It's like another level that I have to get.
Right.
Because my life is so boring. No.
It's like what is it called in the workout that you have to do it first before you can get to all the good stuff?
Your warm up?
No, it's called it's a word for it. And it's something you just need to get out of the way and do before you can get to the workout. It's your
mobility.
I'll figure it out.
I'm
I'll
so
find it.
sorry. I'm throwing the wrong words
you
out.
You are throwing the wrong words. It's not working. You're not helping, Blake. But anyways,
at all.
Yeah, but I think that's a good standard. I think that's the standard I always get from people, like, oh, the 8-cup rule.
Yeah,
and
I do more like you should actually have like 8 of the 16 ounces.
But you're right. I guess it just depends on per person. Like it is a personalized guideline on like, but I guess that is a good kind of just bare minimum. I would say,
and out here like
bare minimum.
If somebody told me like, oh, I drink only 32 ounces of water a day, I'm like, oh no, like I at least want you. And especially the summertime, I'm like, you should. Not you should. I just am like, to me, 120 ounces is my minimum, especially in the summertime because it's so hot. Out here, you're sweating. You know, like 32 ounces is not doing anything for you.
Yeah. Interesting.
And your body wants more, even though it's hard because the
I think 64 ounces can't be enough.
Test all be all is always like, well, then I'm going to pee more. And I'm like, yeah, I get that you're going to pee more.
Well,
but
yeah.
like,
that's another good teller of how well you're hydrating.
But it's also like, when you like first pee and it's like that yellow
the gunky,
and it smells,
like getting everything out. Yeah.
Like you don't want that.
TMI, but
yeah. You know, like you want more of like that light green and you're not having any sort of smell. Yeah. Like a little,
you mean like a little fair faint tint, like nothing really.
That's like
but
a light green, like a powder green, a pastel green.
Oh, I guess, yeah. But yeah, that's a good point. Pee is another good determining way to kind of tell if you're hydrating enough or not. Because if that thing is pungent yellow, you know something, you know you need more water.
They say that like it will tell you things. You see pink in it, you know that's not right. You see certain colors in it, you know it's not right.
Listen to your body, man. Listen to your body.
But you know, like what helps? Why electrolytes? Like what are they going to help us in? Like it is geared for if you're working out. Workouts,
right?
To me, some things say like 45 minutes plus. Mine is like if you're working out.
That makes
especially in like very like
arid climates too.
Your sweats is if you sweat heavy or leave salt marks on clothing, right? You train multiple times a day. Yeah, that's a good one. You cramp during or after workouts.
I have, yes.
Check. These are not good. You feel drained even after drinking water.
Like tired, right? Yeah.
I feel that, or like you're so thirsty and it's like you need to do that.
Especially running workouts.
You know, and they also are there to help you like sustain your performance.
Yeah.
They help to, again, we're talking about like the dehydration, prevent dehydration, faster recovery, and maintaining energy during long sessions. They're there for that as well.
Because don't forget, just a 2% loss in that body weight because of dehydration is enough to make you just knock you out. So, and it's not that much if you think about it, 2%.
It's not. And like some of us, like there's tricks. And I know I always throw Amanda's name out there. It's just because I'm a creature of habit who I learn things from. And I may talk to a lot of people, but I don't have that many friends. So her trick and what she's given me is like, if you are not drinking a lot of water, make it fun. Go get a new cup that you want to drink water out of. And I've done that and it's actually worked where I'm like, I'm excited for this new cup and I'm actually drinking water out of it and things like that.
Yeah.
Or play a game with yourself of, keeping the water bottles and lining them up, playing bowling with them once you're done with like 10.
That's actually a smart idea. I try to sneak in water like in a tea or something before bed and maybe like as a breakfast, like I'll drink a tea and there's my cup and another cup.
But the main component is water. So
I mean, I like tea, man. I don't drink coffee, but I do drink my tea.
you know what? I think tea also helps with like your system, like your intestines.
Your
digestion.
It helps me tea my poop. So I take like green tea. That's like the best thing that I love, at least for breakfast. And then at nighttime, I'll have a little chamomile, you know? Mm-hmm. Then it helps me go to bed. I have been drinking magnesium a little bit more too, though.
Which is what I was going to talk about with supplements that pair well.
Perfect.
So good. Boom. But so hydration works best when combined with smart supplements. Not overdoing it, just supporting your training. Right? We're not sponsored by any of these things. We're not doctors.
No, we're not.
So
Great
these
disclaimer.
are just ideas that like help us or help others. Right? So common CrossFit friendly supplements are electrolyte mixes, low in sugar, clean ingredients. Do you drink any? I used to drink liquid IV. And then it started tasting too salty to me.
Well, I take liquid IV more for like if I'm about to, before hangover kind of situations. Yeah, before partying and stuff like that. But on the daily, I do take electrolytes that I put in my like pre-workout. And it's like the LMNT things that we have. I was going to say
the LMNT, like we have that. Those still taste really salty to me.
They do. Some flavors do for me.
Yeah. And I like, that's why I only stick with water nowadays. Like Gatorade, I used to drink those. Gatorade, but see, and I think I've talked so much about this on episodes. Gatorade and Powerade give me like heart palpitations where I can hear my heart. So I stopped drinking those.
That's fair. I used to love Gatorade.
So I still just have the water. I'll do a Ghost, but Ghost like gets me like too hyperactive sometimes.
Interesting.
Okay. So I have to be like really, really tired to have a Ghost. Otherwise, I will be like all over the place, bouncing off the walls.
Huh.
Yeah. But coffee me.
So I'll get you one of those tomorrow. No, just kidding. Shopping.
Trip.
Interesting.
Yeah, those are the two that I've had. And in a pinch, I will. Like in a pinch, if I really need it.
I'll usually take those a lot.
And I water some down. Now I have had Podium. I do like Podium's electrolytes. I haven't tried
that one.
So I do put those in my big huge water hydro jug, and I love because it dilutes it. I really like it. Is it salty like LMNT? No, it's more on the sweet side.
I like that. Yeah.
So that's why I like it.
I'll have to try it.
So that's the only one. And I get hooked on them and then I'm like, oh, now they taste bad. But that's the one that I really enjoy right now.
Okay.
The other one is creatine. So it supports strength and power. You got to drink extra water with it.
Do you?
Yeah, because that does retain water.
Interesting. I drink that every day, so I got to...
So you got to up your water with it.
Yeah, that's in my pre-workout.
I don't drink it. I don't know. I don't drink creatine.
Really?
I don't take creatine. Maybe that's my issue. I am a failure.
No, but you should add it. Maybe it might make a difference. I'm kind of curious. We should test that.
We should.
That'll be part of the episode.
You know what?
We
should do like 30 days. Maybe I'll start in January. 30 days of taking creatine. And I do have a creatine from Buff Chicks from Meg Squats. So I will start that January 1st.
There you go.
But I think if I'm doing creatine, then she has to track her water for the whole month of January.
Okay.
And you have to actively know how much you're drinking a day. No, you have to put how much you're drinking a day.
Well, I just kind of counted on my Stanley Cup. I'm like, I need to drink 2 Stanley Cups before I go to the gym.
So then you have to be like, hey, today I drank...
I think it's 32 ounces.
So then 64 ounces in one day.
Yeah.
We should drink more.
We should. And then
we should
2
probably
teas
have 4 of those.
And my pre-workout.
Okay, then. So you have to calculate that every day.
Okay.
Yep.
So much work.
So that's what we're doing in January.
Okay.
See, and the next one is magnesium with Jocie's really good at magnesium. Again, I am not. I don't. That helps with recovery and sleep. A lot of people take that. I'm so weary about things that are supposed to help you with sleep because I have children who wake me up. If I get really groggy, I just feel like a bad mom if I went back to sleep and they needed me.
Yeah, especially
like an emergency.
The one that likes to sleepwalk.
Yeah. When he almost went out the front door and I caught him. That was
terrifying.
Yeah, like imagine, guys, I'm like groggy and I didn't hear that. No. My son's in the middle of the street at midnight. I'm so glad he got that part of me. Even though he looks like me.
I get that 100%.
Another one is omega-3s, which support inflammation and joint health.
I don't take that. Wait, fish oil?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do take that. It's the primary source of essential omega-3 fatty acids.
Yeah. So that one's always good.
Wow. Okay, mom's doing it right.
And then the last one is protein. For Mylis, it aids to muscle repair, which is a really big one. Hydration helps absorption. And I kill it in protein. Yeah.
I was like, we're doing pretty good on that end. I'm like, I take auto supplements.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't take as many, but like I also drink a shit ton of water.
And you have a great protein. Mm-hmm. And you do. Yeah. So you got it. We got a little something, guys. You know what? I take it back what I said in the last episode. I did do something right this year.
Yeah.
Take all my supplements and my Flintstone bats.
But just remember, like, supplements don't replace nutrition or hydration. They support them.
Yeah, because my nutrition's crap. That's
They help you. They're not going to make you lose 20 pounds. They're not going to make your hydration go off the roof, because some of them, like creatine, you need to drink extra water with it. And if you're not doing that, then, it can only do as much as it can help you. You can only help yourself as much as you can. True. Since we're talking about the supplements, we talked about hydration, dehydration, and overhydration. It's also the signs to look out for or watch out for are really big. We kind of touched on them, but not all hydration products are created equal. So be mindful of the excessive sugar, the artificial dyes, the overloaded stimulant blends, the underdose of electrolyte formulas. So yes, we are asking you to look at your brands, to look at, the label. To look at the label, and making sure what percentage it has of things, the directions. Like a lot of people, which we reiterated over and over again, creatine, a lot of people didn't know that you need to drink more water with it. So just be mindful of the things that you're getting. Right. Just because Target or Walmart has it doesn't mean it's the best.
Just because Becky G's using it doesn't mean it's the best.
Like people are selling their stuff for a reason, because they get kickbacks. We're not getting any kickbacks from this, nor have we told you which brands to go for.
Disclaimer.
We just tell you the brands that we like. And that's because we like them.
And we went through some trial and error, let me tell you.
And water's amazing. I just can't drink water.
Yeah, can't go wrong with classic, just straight up water, right?
Yeah.
Maybe some tips. Maybe we can share some tips on how to stay hydrated. I know you mentioned a water bottle that has like the label of ounces on it. I kind of like that. I've seen some that kind of say like the time of day, like you have to drink this by like 10 a.m., this by noon, and this by like, I like those too.
Or like some of the supplements, like the electrolytes or whatnot, that have like special flavoring.
Yeah, that's the only way I could do it.
I think the one that I have, there was a rocket popsicle one.
Ooh.
I didn't like it as much.
I think I did.
But there was also like a summer,
like a lemonade one, was it?
Yes,
that one was
the
good.
Summer lemonade. I really like that because I love lemonade.
I do love lemonade.
I was never a rocket pop kid.
Really?
Yeah, the rocket popsicle was never.
Did you like?
I
really
like fudgesicles. I was a chunky kid. I like chocolate no matter what.
Okay. The push pop was cool. I like the sherbet push pops.
No, didn't like that either.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was never like a fruity kid. I was a hefty girl.
Drumsticks, you can't go wrong though.
No, drumsticks are really
Gotta
good.
love that bottom chocolate piece. The best. Anyways, setting an alarm.
Summertime.
Right?
Yeah,
That's another
setting
thing.
an alarm is really good.
Yeah.
Getting a friend to be like, hey, did you drink your first 8 ounce? Because I already drank mine.
I'm already on this one. That's true. Competitors
Always having
out there.
a friend.
Also, eating your water is another good way to do it. Like fruits, vegetables, watermelon has a lot of water. So do cucumbers, celery,
And
very
those are
high.
really great carbs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're really good fillers. If you're like, oh, I
so
have
over
these
water right now.
Yeah.
I want to have because I have those moments where I'm just like, I feel like I have been drinking a lot of water, and the last thing I want to have right now is more water. So this is another great alternative. And then when it comes to like hydrating strategically, especially for something like CrossFitter, when you're going to engage in some kind of like physical activity, they do recommend drinking 17 to 20 ounces of water 2 to 3 hours before a workout, and another 8 ounces about 20 minutes before you start. So that's a good chunk. That's a lot of water. So it's just kind of like a little ballpark area to kind of aim for.
Yeah, you don't want to like hydrate just
Too
8
late.
ounces. Yeah, be right before you work out, because it's going to help if you haven't drank, but it's not going to do what it needs to do. And you're going to be like on not survival. Your body's going to be in survival mode.
Yeah.
And this is just a really big to like the members that we have during summertime and winter. Like when you have dry winters, also like it can take it out of you. So just be more mindful of that.
Yeah.
I need you to hydrate before you come to class. I love that you're hydrating during, but if that's your only hydration during the class, I need you to
we're in trouble.
Little bit more. And you can. You can.
It's doable. That's crazy.
So some takeaways that we have talked about, hydration impacts your strength, your endurance, your recovery, and your focus. The electrolytes matter, especially for CrossFit athletes. They really, really do. They help you out.
It's a performance enhancer. Yeah.
Supplements should support, not replace real food and water. Just remember that, guys. They're there to help support you, not to replace anything.
Right.
And listen to your body and adjust based on training, right? You really, really need to listen to your body. I've had this talk with a few members that are just like, my body's telling me this, then you need to listen to it.
Yeah.
These are warning signs. Your body literally will give you little warning signs, medium warning signs, and then a big, huge one. And it's usually the big, huge one that we listen to. If you just feel a little bit off, listen. It's not because, it's because the moon, the crystals, even though some people like
Mercury's
to make
in
fun of me for that.
retrograde.
Yeah. If your body literally is not doing that, you're not getting sleep, you're not getting your supplements, you're not getting your water intake, it plays a huge part. And your nutrition plays a huge part into how your training day is going to go. So if your body is feeling any less than or out of whack, you really need to listen to it and either, take it easy that day, or, there's been times when we've had rounds and I've looked at them and been like, wow, your color has changed. You're sitting down. I'm getting you an ice pack that's going behind your neck, and I'm getting you some water. Right. And that was during summer. I need to cool your body down.
Yeah.
And I need you to hydrate. You need to listen to it. And I told that person, like, you're good sitting here in front of this fan with this stuff. Or others who are like, yeah, I feel really weird right now. I'm like, hey, let's take a break. Just take a break and let's see after this round how you feel.
Right.
Because some people, you do have to take a round off. You've just been hitting it way too hard and your body's like, wait. I do need an extra rest today because you didn't sleep enough, but you did everything else correctly. You do need to listen to it.
True.
I didn't listen to my body when I hurt my back. Tons of warning signs now that I think about it. And then boom, Blake got hit with the biggest warning sign. So if we could not be like me, please listen to your body.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is.
But I think I agree with you, just to kind of wind it down, that when it comes to hydration, it's definitely a performance enhancer. And we need to kind of treat it like a skill too. It's not something you're just going to get from one day to another. It's kind of like your double unders or your snatch technique, right? Like you have to prioritize it. You need to track it, and then you'll see some kind of a difference. So I think it's great that we're holding each other accountable and setting those goals for ourselves this coming year.
And January is.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. Creatine for 30 days and your water intake for 30 days.
Let's do it. Let's take it on.
So if this episode is your swig of pre-workout, please subscribe, follow, hit that like button. So you don't miss an episode. Also, if this helped you, share it with your gym buddy who's always cramping mid-wad. Let them know maybe this is the reason, or even set up a fun competition like me and Jocie are doing with our water intake or creatine. Leave us a review and let us know, what are you using to stay hydrated during your training days?
Yeah.
What brands do you like so we can maybe test them out?
Sponsors.
If you want to dive deeper into nutrition, supplements, or recovery topics, or if you're an affiliate and want to be part of our affiliate segment, please DM us on Instagram at savagely scaled, or email us savagelyscaled1@gmail.com. And we would love to do more deep diving into some of these things, or even have some special guests on it to deep dive into it.
There you go.
And don't be a Karen.
Be a Sharon.
And keep sharing.
Yeah.
Until
we meet
at the whiteboard again.
Bye.
Bye.